Hey guys, I just bought this 1985 Nissan 200 SX. I think it is amazing. It's got the SR20 DE motor. It has the 5-speed manual, and I believe it's got the LSD. I'm gonna go ahead and double check that today and make sure it really does. I mainly bought this car as like a daily driver, but I will be doing just some little things to it here and there just to improve the driving experience in it. It's already phenomenal, but you know, just make it a fun little daily car. Still comfortable, but just all around decent. So today I'm go ahead and just give it a good inspection. Make sure nothing underneath is failed or broken, which I don't think there really is anything. I've been driving it to and from work, and it's perfect so far, at least. But yeah. So I went ahead and threw my jack on this cross brace here. I'm pretty sure it's strong enough. I'm only holding the car up temporarily. But I can confirm it does have the LSD. So when I rotate this wheel here by hand, you see the other wheel goes ahead and rotates along with it. So that is pretty freaking cool. Yeah. Now I'm going to go ahead and continue the rest of the inspection, and we'll see what else I find. Alright, so I was trying to take some video from the bottom side, but it's a little too cramped in there. Mainly everything looks pretty damn decent. Just some outer tie rods maybe could use a little bit, sway bar bushings up front. Rear shocks were looking kind of bad, as well as the fronts, but they all look OE, so pretty easy fixes. And I'll see what there is aftermarket, but I don't know yet. Everything looks pretty damn good. The only thing I noticed, so when I was doing the oil change, this I found was right in the way of my oil filter, which you can kind of see is right down there. So I haven't been able to replace my oil filter yet. I gotta remove this. And I looked up some videos and I was like, other people's 95 200s with the SR20 don't have this, so I don't know what really this all is. But I'm gonna temporarily just disconnect it and then get my oil filter replaced, and that'll be that. This car does have a lot of body roll during some turns. I wonder if this has something to do with that. So I'm gonna see. I might try and tighten it. I don't know yet, but we'll see. It is missing a bolt or a nut right here, so see if I get that fixed. Maybe it probably won't happen today, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll continue. I'll go ahead and remove this, disconnect it, and then I'll replace that filter. Right now I just got a cheap Fram filter, but it's just temporary. I'm gonna do another oil change here soon. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get to it. Alright, so here's what I did to start off with. I went ahead and pulled out the 2 Phillips screws here. They just go into the bracket there. And then I disconnected all 3 of these connectors. You can see the loose ones are hanging out still. And these connectors, they just kind of sit on those little rails there, so you can pull them off completely, and then you can pull this whole unit out together. It does have an open solder connection, so what I do recommend doing is just go ahead and putting the cap back on it, so that way you're just protecting it while it's out. So for now, I am just going to leave that there. And then still don't have a lot of room. There's the filter there, so I'm probably gonna just disconnect the bracket. It's this nut here, and there's one more nut. See if I can't really show y'all it, but right down there you can see the bracket continues. That's where the other nut is, right underneath. So I'm probably just gonna pull this whole bracket out and go from there. Okay. Let's go ahead and it's removed. This was a 12mm nut. And then right there where that hole is was a 10mm bolt. Got both of them right there. I just kind of took off the rest, the last connection, and I just pulled it aside. It does still have this ground on it. And it did have this here, which just held the wire to it. I think it was right there, that one. And then same thing right here. This connector had this little tab on it that just held it in to here. Now I have a little bit more room to reach my oil filter, so I'm gonna try and get it off this time. Wish me luck, I guess. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this is some crap. Forget all that, leave all that there. Just, if you have one of these, just undo them, lift it up, and hammer your damn screwdriver in there, because mine decided to be on like torque to God spec or something. And then of course, you know, this thing's stripped out, so I can't get nothing on it. And there's just not enough room to fit in one of these. So yeah, I'm just gonna, yep, hammer it on, crank it. Oh, that's broken. Anyways, hammer it on. I got it to turn earlier, so maybe I can turn it with the wrench now. But crank it to the side and hope for the best. Yep. All right, so it's out. Did as much damage as I possibly could. I finally got it loose enough that I could get a socket on this. It was a pain in the butt. That's the guy over there, and because this is already all stripped out, or rounded, I mean, you know, I could barely, it was ridiculous. Anyways, now, all I have to do is just get in there, clean all that out really good, and just send it back on and hope for the best. So, like I said, or I don't know if I said already, but I already changed the oil in this. I just hadn't changed the filter because I was getting rained out. So oil should be good. I'm gonna check it here in a minute, but I'm gonna get the new filter on, and then I'll check the oil and get back to you. Okay, everything's back together. It's literally just the reverse of what we did earlier, so pretty easy. I did get the bolt down underneath as well, so figured I shouldn't just skip out on it, even though I was very tempted to. I did find that this seems to be the easiest way to get it. Little 10 with, you know, tiny extension on your 1/4 inch. There'll be like an opening here, and you just kind of squeeze in and then pull it and then tighten it or whatever you need to do. But yeah, there's my new filter. It's just a little tighter than hand, right? Or no, not tighter than hand, but just before, you know, full hand tightening. So I'm gonna see how that works. Try to keep it loose so it'll be easier to change later. But I'm gonna go ahead and start it and check see if it's leaking. Yeah, let's just check the oil too, make sure it's still topped off. But yeah, won't say pretty easy, but pretty easy. And then I just gotta do my turn signals. This one works, the other one doesn't, so I got new bulbs. Hopefully that's the case. But yeah, they're just tight in there, so I'm probably gonna loosen up some stuff. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so replacing the turn signals, they're actually really easy. It's literally just the one Phillips up top here, and then it's just like a little tab. Yeah, you can see it on the turn light. So, super easy. This bulb actually looks, it's connected. I don't know. I'm gonna change it out anyways because I already bought some new ones. So put on some gloves and then I'll change these. And I got some, I think dielectric or lithium, or I don't know. Either way, go ahead and get those settled, and hopefully that fixes that. So it's actually pretty interesting. The bulb is working, however it's still flashing very fast. I come around to the back side and even here works. So maybe there's something wrong with the relay. I don't know yet. I'll have to look into it some more. But at the very least, now I have a front signal. So I'll figure that out later. Okay, so I've got it running. Checking the oil filter. It doesn't look like it's leaking nothing, but I can't really see around the whole thing. So what I do is give it just a couple revs. See if anything comes out from the base there, but it really doesn't look like anything is coming out. So yeah, looks good to me. Just got to figure out what's going on here with the blinker, but I mean, the car's ready to roll. Finally, I'm glad I got that filter changed. It sucks the way it had to happen, but yeah, that's that for my 200 for the day. I mean, it's a great car. So what more can I ask for? Thank you. Bye.